There we go. So just come into easy pose. Happy Friday, everybody. End of the week. Everyone, welcome, welcome. So we'll just get started with TGIF yoga. All right, so I have a little quotation for our theme, and it's by Clarice Lispector. Quote, unquote, at this moment, unquote, is a rare thing because only sometimes do I step with both feet on the land of the present. Usually, one foot slides towards the past, the other slides towards the future, and I end up with nothing. So the fifth dimension is where we remain in the present moment. 3D, third dimension is duality. So we have past, we have present, we have future. 4D is heart-centered, but 5D is where we're in the present moment pretty much all the time. So we're going to attempt remaining in the present moment, which is really great for your body because then you're aware of what you're doing and your alignment, which is important for safety and for the benefits of yoga. So as you sit in easy pose, grow tall in your spine, extend up, allowing space and energy to flow. Just relax your shoulders down, let them drop away from your ears. You want your navel and your hip bones pointing forward. So if you feel rounded in the back, then just place a towel or roll up your mat and bring it under your tailbone so that it helps you tilt your hips so that your spine can be straight and tall. And then come into awareness of your breath. Just follow your breath in and out. And notice we're not changing anything now. We're just starting our centering. If you'd like to bring your hands into Bu Mudra, just bring your index and second fingers up and take your thumb over your ring finger and pinky finger and extend those two fingers out and place them on the floor, connecting with the earth, grounding, releasing. Let go of the weak, any issues that happen to be troublesome or challenging, just let them pass by. You can always pick them up after yoga if you want to. But focus on your breath for a few rounds. Just feel your natural flow. Notice your mind. How is your mental activity right now? And then a little scan for your body, head to toe or toe to head. Just check in and see what sensations you notice. Messages from your body to your mind. Notice the sensations. Sometimes it helps to just make some small movements, micro movements, so that you can feel a little more fully what's happening in your muscles and joints. Because as we settle in and get more quiet, things will appear that we didn't notice before, or they may appear, I should say. Our intention for this practice is simply to remain in the present. Sometimes I'll catch myself if I haven't eaten, like, oh, what am I going to have to eat? So remaining here and now. And we'll attune to breath. Just turn your palms up, extend your fingers out, and breathe a deep breath, a 3-part breath. Bring arms up overhead. And breathe out through your nose as you lower down. And let's do the 4-4-4 breath. So breathe arms up to a count of 4. Hold for a count of 4. And then lower down, breathe out through your nose to a count of 4. Our angel breath. And repeat, breathing up to 4. Hold. And down to a count of 4. And 2 more rounds at your own pace, but counting. And rest your palms on your knees. And just take your head side to side a couple of times, stretching in your neck, releasing any tightness or tension, moving out toxins. Excuse me. Side to side, press into the stretch. Breathe in center. Breathe out to the stretch. And come back to center. Stretch up tall, breathe a deep breath. And as you exhale, just lower your chin down to your chest. Notice what it feels like in your spine when you bring your chin forward. Notice your shoulders. Let them drop. And press down in your sitting bones and your legs, and then lift up once again. Lift your chin, breathe. Lift your chin, stretch it up, stretch your throat, your chest, your ribs. Hold on to your knees. And breathe out as you bring your chin back down to your chest. Now just take your chin over to the side, come up, and like a pendulum, bring it down. Control it in the beginning, just to make sure Everything is going well in your cervical spine. And then start to allow a gentle swing side to side. As you do this, you can imagine you're a unicorn. Where your third eye is, there's the horn, and this cleanses your aura. Now, completely let go and let your neck swing, your chin swing side to side. And the next time you come to your left, take your head all the way around, lift your chin, make a circle. When you come down to your chest, then reverse all the way around, back to chin to chest, and then lift up. Now just take in your deep breath, and as you breathe, lift your shoulders up to your ears. So come up and let your shoulders drop down. Breathe it up, drop. This time, breathe it up and hold the contraction, hold your breath. Squeeze out toxins, tension, and let it go. One more time. Breathe it up, squeeze, hold the breath. Squeeze more. The more you squeeze, the more tension you release, the deeper you go with your contraction. And release. Circle shoulders around. So breathe them forward and up. Breathe out as you take them back and down. Big circles. And reverse. Breathe it up. Forward, breathe out and down. All right, and sway side to side. Start at your hips. Take the hips over, then roll through your spine, coming over through the top of your head, and just like a tree blowing in the wind. Loosening your spine and finding your waist and hips. The next time you come over to your left, go all the way over and then roll forward, stretch down towards the floor. Come up the other side, hold on to your knees, circle back and over to your left, one more circle around. Notice the sensations in your hips and your low back, the sacrum. And now we'll go over to your right. Breathe well. Come all the way over and then circle forward, around, lift up, arch, lift your heart, your sternum, and over to the side. One more circle. Around. And now just bring your palms onto your mat and slide your hands forward bending in your hips. So hinge in your hip joints. Spider walk your fingers forward. Try to keep your hips down on the floor and just reach. You can lift your shoulders up to loosen up. And then just walk your hands back in. A gentle twist. Just take both arms, turn your torso to your left, right hand on the left knee, left hand around to the back. Reach up, stretch up tall so you don't grind your vertebra or your discs. Take in a breath and press against your edge. Twist and look over your shoulder and relax your body. Breathe. Remaining in the present, aware of your body, mind, and spirit. Use your arms to do the work and let your spine relax into the stretch. Deep breaths. Now press down in your sitting bones and your hips and just bring your arms around to the front. Lean back and switch your feet. Bring your other foot in front and just come around. Left hand on right knee, right hand around back. Reach up and breathe. Breathe out as you press against your edge. Just go to where you feel that first point of resistance. That's your edge. And your edge will move as your body relaxes. So breathe. The body naturally relaxes on the exhale. The muscles and joints. Feel the sensations. Press down in your hips, lift in your crown, twist. And slowly unwind. Always come out of a stretch slowly. Coming back to center. And lean back and just stretch your legs out. Shake out your legs. Pat the floor with the back of your legs. And windshield wipers. Side to side. And then circle your feet. And reverse. Okay. Press your legs against the mat, down against the floor, and come up on your sitting bones. Make sure you're sitting tall. Flex your feet, press your legs down, and breathe, arms up overhead. Breathe out as you lean forward. Bend forward in the hips. Reach out. Keep a straight spine. Notice the back of your legs. If it's your first stretch, it may feel a little tight. So scoop your fingertips forward and breathe and come up. Breathe, arms down. Just exhale. Bring palms down behind you. Open the shoulders, pull your shoulder blades together, lift your sternum, Reach up and arch in your back. You can take your head back or keep your chin forward, whichever suits you right now. And point your toes here. And then flex, press the legs against the ground. Breathe, arms up overhead. Reach and hinge forward. Come down over your legs, a forward bend. And scoop the fingertips forward, lift and breathe. Breathe out, lower arms down, bring your palms down, point your toes. This time, arch, but press down in your palms and heels and lift your hips up into inclined plane. See if your toes will reach the floor. And then flex your feet as you bring your hips back down. Breathe, arms overhead. Hinge forward. Stretch a little deeper if your body will allow. Pause here and breathe. Keep reaching. And scoop fingertips forward. Lift and breathe. Breathe out. Lower the arms down. Point your toes. Incline plane. Breathe and lift. Now press down on your right heel. Bring your left knee in towards your chest. Just pull it in. Keep lifting your hips. Lift, lift, lift. Then lift your leg up and lower it down. Press down on your left heel. Bring your right knee in. Lift the hips. Lift your leg up and lower down. Bring your hips down. Flex your feet. Breathe, arms up overhead. Reach. Hinge forward. Lead with the chest. And scoop it forward. Lift and breathe. Now, bend your right arm, palm on the upper back. Take your left hand, pull it in for a stretch. If your arm will fit behind your head, then pull it in. Bend your knees, separate your feet, and lean over to your left. Stretch those triceps. You can press your head against your arm to open the shoulder. Come to center. Reach both arms up. Bring the left arm down. Hold on to that elbow. Draw it in for a stretch. Reach up through your crown. Breathe. And over to your right. Stretch the triceps. Come back to center. Release your arms. All right. So swing your legs around to the back. Come into your puppy stretch. So hips are up, shoulders down. Arms are straight if possible. And we'll come into a front plank. So turn the toes under, draw your palms in a little bit, and press up into, it's like the upward end of a push-up. Press through your heels, stretch your heels away. Bring your shoulder blades down and lengthen. Activate your core muscles. Pull navel to kiss the spine. Let your knees down, pull back into puppy once again. If your wrists are sensitive and you need to circle around, just press your elbows down, bend your arms and circle in your wrists. Loosen them up. Bend your fingers, squeeze, bring the energy down, back into your puppy. Toes under, palms. Spread your fingers out wide, open the palm, press into your plank. And optional to add some challenge, bring your right knee in towards your nose, curl in, press through the left heel, hold. Now take that leg, stretch it out behind you and lift it up to the ceiling. And let that foot come down, back into plank. Bring your left knee in towards your nose, curl in. This part's optional. You can have your knee on the floor if you need to. Stretch through the right heel. Now stretch your left leg out behind you, lift it up, pull back into a three-legged down dog. Press shoulders towards the floor. Now just let that foot come down. Separate your feet just as wide as your hips and press into down dog. Heels towards the floor. Navel to spine. And let your knees down. Let the tops of your feet down. Bring your hips down to your heels for child's pose. Bring your arms around, thumbs to your ankles. If possible, you want your head on the floor. If that's not possible right now, you can overlap your arms and place your forehead on top of your hands or wrists. Let your shoulders relax. Balance between effort and rest. You do a little work, you do a little rest. Breathe. Soften. Connect with the earth. Your third eye. You're touching the ground. Look down into the earth in this present moment. Your unicorn horn. Your third eye. Beam. Send it down into the earth. And look at the magnitude and the beauty and the wonder. Now, bring your hands onto the floor next to your face or your knees and press up. Take your hands forward, come up onto your knees and bring your right leg forward in between your hands. Now, if your knees are sensitive, you can take a towel or cloth or cushion, or you can adjust your mat. You can overlap it under your knee just to protect it. When you're ready, lift up into the high lunge with palms on your front knee. Take in your breath. And as you breathe out, press down on your palms and lean forward. Bring your hips forward into a stretch. Pull back, inhale. Breathe out, stretch forward. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Lift your sternum, lift your ribs. Breathe it in one more time. Breathe it out. We're going to hold here for a couple of breaths. Bring your arms to your sides, turn your palms out, and breathe up. Look up between your hands, up to the heavens. Relax your hips. Reach up. And if you're able, if you feel warmed up enough, lean back. Extend in your spine, though, so you don't grind anything. And then come forward, bring your palms beside your foot, turn your toes under on the back foot and lift your knee and lift your chin. Sun pose, honoring the sun's light. Now press down in your left palm and lift your right arm up into a twist. Still relaxing hips. Look up. Bring it down. Let the back knee down. We're just going to switch sides and repeat that. So bring your left foot forward, up into the high lunge. Overlap your palms. Take your left foot forward a little bit. Be sure you protect your back knee if you need to. Reach up through the crown here. Breathe. And breathe out. Extend the hips forward. Reach. So it may feel easier on this side sometimes because the first side teaches the second side. It's like, oh, this is what we're doing in this present moment. Breathe it in. Breathe out. We move with the breath in yoga. It's the difference between regular exercise and yoga moves. One more, bring it back, breathe. Breathe out. Extend. And if your back knee feels comfortable, you want it pointing to the ground, relax, lift your sternum, shoulder blades come down, relax your hips, bring arms out to the side and lift, breathe them up, reach, look in between your palms. You might even see the energy between your hands. Reach up and back if you're able. and come forward. Palms on the floor next to your foot, toes under on the back foot. Lift your knee, lift your chin, sun pose. Now just look towards that front foot. We're going to step it in with the back foot. Just bring it in. Hang and ragdoll. You can hold on to your elbows and just relax in a forward bend. And soften your knees, bend a little bit, arms out to the side, push the floor away, breathe your way up into standing, arms overhead. Palms together, down over the heart, pause. Acclimate to being upright. Gravity is pulling a little more on you now. You feel it? All right. And a standing twist. Just stand with your feet mat width apart and swing your arms. Lift the outside heel to protect your knees. You don't want to twist in your knees, just your spine. Okay, and bring feet in together. I'm going to move my drink out a little bit here. All right. Loosen up in your shoulders once again. Circle. Breathe up, back, breathe out as you go down. Now, you bring your arms around behind you, interlace fingers. Taking a breath, reach up tall. And breathe out as you take your arms out behind you, lift them up, lift the chest, engage your hips a little bit to protect your low back. Reach up and back. Stretch the front side of your body after working with your psoas muscles. Press down on your feet and lift back up. Release your hands. Facing forward, breathe, palms to Anjali Mudra, prayer hands. Taking another breath. Breathe out, soften both knees. Take your left leg back into warrior one. Now there's a couple ways of doing this. I'll turn sideways to show you. So we normally do it with the back heel up. So you're pressing through the heel, front knee is bent. But some people bring that foot down, but you just want to make sure your hip bones are pointing forward. Okay. So pressing into warrior one. Firm press into the ground. Feel the sole of your front foot connecting with earth, the ball of the back foot. Breathe, arms overhead. And open to warrior two. Arms out to the side. Now we didn't do any hip openers, so this will be our hip opener. So straighten that front knee. Breathe. Breathe out, take the knee out. Now, if your knee can go further than the ankle, that means you have more stretch in your hips. So extend the back foot further so that your knee is still over the ankle. Then gaze over your fingertips over the front knee. Breathe it in. Breathe out. Bend. Breathe it in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out and hold. Open the chest and shoulders. Lengthen in the back, the spine. Relax the hips into your pose. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Legs are active. Now bring your front hand onto that front knee. Back hand, turn the palm up, reach up with a breath. Breathe out, bend your elbow and come into a modified lateral angle. So fingertips to the outer edge of your foot is in a straight line. You can also bring the forearm onto the thigh. Palm up, look up under your arm. So you're opening your heart and then reach for that invisible rope. Pull back into warrior two. Step the back foot in a couple inches. Straighten the front knee. We're going to step it in, facing forward. And just shake it out. And then for the other side, bring palms into prayer hands. Breathe. Breathe out, soften knees. Take the other leg back into warrior one. Breathe, arms up overhead. Gaze upward. Lean back. Back to center. Reach through the fingertips and pivot into warrior two. You want your knee over the center line of your foot. The back heel is pressing away, toes are in slightly. Breathe the knee in. Take it out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Hold the pose. Gaze over your fingertips. Relax in the hips. Bring that front hand onto the knee. Turn the back palm up. Breathe, arm up over head next to your ear. And bend your elbow. Come into your lateral angle. You can also bring the forearm onto your knee or thigh. Palm up. Look up. Reach for that invisible rope. Press back up into warrior two. Bring the back foot in a couple inches. Pull back in the front knee, taking a breath. Step it in, palms together. Back into Tadasana. Mountain pose. Pause. Connect with the earth through the soles of your feet once again. Present moment. Focused in this now moment. And release your hands, shake it out, bend your fingers in and out. Okay. So from here, let's come back down onto the mat. If you need a drink of water, now is a good time. Okay, to stretch out the hips a little bit more, everybody's favorite will work into Foursquare. So just bring your left knee in, hold on to the ankle, flex your foot, and hold on to the leg as you rock side to side. Whoops, make sure you don't fall over. If you do, you don't have far to go because you're already on the floor. Feel your hips, your waist, your low back. You might even feel your hamstrings here, but lift in your spine. Now the next step to this is to bring that foot into the bend of the front elbow and both arms wrap around the leg and you rock side to side. This is rocking the baby. You even get a nice massage on your glutes. If you feel a little soreness there, you might need to roll that out on the roller. Lift tall and bring the leg into you. Don't lean in, don't bend. Keep the spine straight. Foot is flexed. Now you may want to stay here and stretch some more, but the next step is the Foursquare. So bring your right leg in so that your knee is directly out from your thigh. Let your left ankle onto that knee. Foot is still flexed on the left leg. Bring the lower leg, your right leg, forward as far as is tolerable. And this is the Foursquare position. Reach up through your crown, lift your heart and ribs, breathe. Lift your shoulders on your breath. Take them back, breathe out as you lower them down. Keep the chest open, straight spine. All right, now the last step to this is to press down in your sitting bones, reach up through your crown, take in your breath, and hinge forward in your hips. Keep the spine straight, and as you relax, your body will deepen. Don't worry about it, just stay with it. If you come to a point where it's painful, back up and go forward again with a deep breath. Stretch on the exhale. See where your body will go. Just go to your edge, your point of resistance. Pause there and breathe. And you'll find that your body just surrenders into the stretch. Down over your legs. Keep the spine long. Now press down on your hands and lift slowly, coming out of the stretch. Always come out slowly when you've been in a stretch. And pause to give your body time to acclimate. Lift in your crown, shoulders down. Enjoy the endorphins flowing through your body. Feel the openness in your hips. And just bring your palms or fingertips on the floor behind you. Lean back. We're just going to switch feet. So bring your right foot in, left palm on the ankle, flex the foot and rock side to side. Make sure your left heel is out of the way. So leaning side to side. The body needs time in the stretch to acclimate, to adjust, to open, to release. So we give it that time. That's where sometimes our patience comes in, or we develop it. Maybe. All right, next, bring the foot into the bend of your elbow. If it'll go there, fine. Lift up in your spine. Bring the leg in towards your chest, your torso. Rock side to side. This can actually help save your knees, these 4 square stretches. Okay, so the next step is to release that ankle down onto your left knee. Let the left foot out as far as you're comfortable. It's going to change over time as your hips open more and more. And then roll up, press down in sitting bones, lift in your spine. And then lift again, breathe. Foot is flexed and hinge forward over your legs. Until you reach a point where it says, no, this is enough right now. That's where awareness comes into yoga. Listening, paying attention to the body's sensations. Reach through your crown, breathe. And if your body's willing, allow it to relax down to the next point of resistance. You might feel pain. If so, just pull back, breathe, and go again. If not, just pull back and stay. And your body will relax on its own. It surrenders to the stretch. Keep lengthening in the spine. If you have a little tightness, you can take the hand near your hip and just massage it. You might have walked a hill or done a workout where it's just tightened up a little bit. So just give it a little rub down. See if you can find where it's starting from. And then press down on your palms. Press your torso back up. Lean back, bring your hands behind you, stretch your legs out in front of you, and roll your hips. Just roll side to side. Let them be loose, roly-poly. Now slide your feet apart 12 to 18 inches. Walk your hands back. Roll your hips under. Let your abs take over. Lower down onto your mat. Bring your shoulder blades under. Hips are under. Palms are up. If your shoulders feel like they're tight, just take your arms out a little further and bend your elbows. Bring your elbow, forward so that the shoulders can relax. For Shavasana, Shavasana is translated from the Sanskrit into corpse pose. And that's because we relax so much, it looks like there's nobody in there. Deep relaxation. So let it go now. Breathe normally. Relax your face, your eyes, your jaw. Let your low back sink down into the ground. Relax your hands. We're always busy, so let them relax. The hands of God. Soften. Present moment. Now start to come back slowly, gently. Ease your way back into the third dimension, the physical. Notice how your body feels relaxed on the ground. Start to bring some moves into fingers. Circle around in your wrists a couple times. Wiggle toes. Circle around in your feet a couple times, each direction. Take your head side to side. Remember our neck stretches in the beginning, where we wore our unicorn and went into the pendulum, unicorn horn, cleansing. And now slide your feet together and lift your knees up to your chest. Pull them in for a stretch. Optional is to bring your head up to your knees. And roll to one side. Just pause there for a moment. We're in the moment, not thinking about the future or the past. We're right here and now. The yoga experience. Now place your palms on the floor next to your face and press on your hands as you press up into sitting. Bring your hands into mudra. Just bring thumb and index finger together. Extend the rest of your fingers. Turn your palms up. You can either keep your arms bent or place your palms, the back of your hands on the knees. This is a mudra that seals in the benefits and your intention. We're still in the new moon, so this is a great time to focus on the present. 5D. We'll chant Om 3 times. If you don't want to chant out loud wherever you are, you can do it mentally. So breathe in. Om. Om. Last time. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. May we remain in the present moment, more deeply in touch with that peacefulness within, with the source energy and our joy. Palms together over your heart. Namaste, everybody. Thank you for being here. Mwah, 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 mwah.